Hi friends, today we are talking about 3D printing input sources. What are these input sources? These input sources majorly mean that what is the data we are giving to 3D printing. We all know that what is our imagination that we can put it in a CAD system, and the same CAD system whatever we are keeping it in the same CAD system, that we are going to get it as a physical model by using of a 3D printing. So it will be printing it in a various materials, various technologies, and that all will be different. But now the major focus is how and what are the different types of data sources which we are going as an input. So that is the one this video is more focused about. So if you are calling about input sources, majorly we are having it as from the three different sources. The first one is 3D scanning. What is scanning, or why we want to do for scanning? The major reason is, for example, if we want to make a miniature of ourselves, even though the CAD designer is how expert, he cannot draw his own face or his own hand in a 3D system. That should be scanned only. So for these kind of things, or if I say in another way, if I am having any antique piece and I want to replicate that antique piece which doesn't have any drawings existing, in those scenarios I may be going for a 3D scanning. And what is native CAD 3D data? This is nothing but this native 3D CAD data is nothing but whatever is developed originally from the 3D CAD data. That is nothing but native 3D CAD data. This is majorly about now currently the manufacturing or whatever we are going to make in a new models which we are developing by using in our 3D CAD systems. That is nothing but native CAD data. This originates or this initiates from the 3D CAD system. So that is nothing but from the scratch we are developing in a new design in a 3D CAD system, and that design we are using for in a 3D printing. And the third one is medical imaging. So here the major difference between the 3D scanning and medical imaging, even though both are often scanning techniques, but example if I talk about in a 3D scanning, that says if I put in a miniature, it's in a superficial of an image in a superficial way. But when calling to a medical imaging, this talks about an internal details. For example, if I'm talking about a bone structure or in a bone anatomy. So bone anatomy we cannot do it by scanning with a normal 3D scanning technique. For this we require a CT data. So here if you are going for a CT imaging, then only we will be getting in a medical data or in a bone anatomy. For example, if I want in a how the kidneys are looking, or how the soft tissue is looking, or how the arteries or veins are looking in a heart, for those cases we will be going for a medical MRI data. So like that this medical imaging will be coming into the place. So now we will be seeing about in detail about each technique. So here when I am coming to a 3D scanning technique, here in this 3D scanning I can be getting in a miniatures or in a scaled models or in a same replicas. So how I can be using this replicas? There are n number of ways which this is going to be used. For some of them, like to just to name or in a list some of them, I'm saying about, for example, personalized gifts. So this is nothing but till before 3D printing, what we used to do, if we are having in a memory, we will be taking it as a photo and we will be taking it as in a 2D print, and we will be hanging it over on the wall or keeping it in a albums. But in the with the current technology of a 3D printing, for example, in case of a wedding, so there they can scan the bride and groom, and then they can make in a miniatures of those. Or if I like in a Spider-Man, so the Spider-Man miniature I can get it. So like that is any customized any customized 3D model can be get it by using this 3D scanning technique. And if I take another way, digital museums. These digital museums are nothing but if we are having any one single antique piece in one museum, if I want to replicate it, now the model, or for example, if I take a flower vase which is of 200 years back, now we don't have such a skilled people, but I want to replicate it the same. So what I can do, I can do a scanning of an existing one, and we can replicate n number of things or n number of models of same flower vase what we want. Or in other way, if we are scanning celebrities, we can make models or miniatures of those celebrities, and this can be kept it. So this looks like exactly live resemblance, and this can be made in a scaling also. Okay. And the other thing, when coming to construction or automobile, before going to construct a building, we can get a miniature building or a scaled version of a building or scaled version of an automobile or in a car or anything. So from there we can do it. And the another industry is like video making or in a movie making. Instead of using a real-time trucks or buses or in a buildings, they can make it using a 3D printing which replicates the same, and these things can be used in case of a movie. And like this, there's an endless kinds of applications with the help of 3D scanning. Here I am having covered only few of them. And then coming to a native 3D CAD data. What is this native 3D CAD data? It is nothing but design softwares or in a 3D CAD softwares which we are using. For example, we want to develop a new pen. So for that, I am making a new drawing I will be making. So that drawing will be getting virtually, we can create it in a 3D CAD system. Like we can use any kind of a 3D CAD system like SolidWorks or Inventor, Autodesk, CATIA, Rhinoceros, Mesh Mixer, and many more, plenty are there. So here what we will be doing, we will be developing here initially, and we will be checking it, and if it is coming up to a satisfactory levels in a virtually, then we can be going it for a 3D printing. So here nothing but whatever the model is there, that model has been developed from the scratch in the 3D CAD data. Okay. And the next thing is medical imaging. As we talked previously, if we want information of a bone or in a heart tissue, then it is preferred to take with a computer tomography or in a CT data. And if we want any information of a soft tissue, then we'll be using for a magnetic resonance imaging or an MRI data we will be using. So here CT will be useful for a hard tissue data, and MRI will be used for a soft tissue data. And here the other one is like oral scanners. Here by using of oral scanners, we can eliminate the impression thing, because for taking of an impression, we want to use a material that has to be kept in a patient mouth. That may be not so convenient for a patient, but since they don't have any other option, till the day they will be using. But once after this oral scanners habit came into the existence, this became more convenience and more comfortable. Okay. And here finally coming to the saving of data. Till now what we have seen is, you have seen that how the data is giving an input. So here if I take a 3D scanning, in case of a 3D scanning, I'll be getting the data in case of a point cloud data. Or if I'm taking in case of a native CAD design, I may be getting with an IGS or STEP or any other kind of data, whatever is in a proprietary software data. If I'm going to a CT, I may be getting it in a DICOM imaging. So but here each is having its own saving format. But when we want to go to a 3D printing, this all should be converted into an STL file format. What is this STL file format and how it functions? we'll be seeing in a next video. But just here I want to say that all this data, whatever we are taking in, that we are going to convert it into an HTML file format to process it further in case of a 3D printing. Thank you.